Hi everyone, and welcome to 20.2 Prep. I'm going to be trying a different platform and use a video style instead of the typical and traditional short novels that we see on the blog. So let me know what you think. If this is helpful, then we can stick to and see more videos in the future, and if not, we can go back to the written out version on the blog. Now, here we are. We have a 20-minute AMRAP for 20.2. It is relatively simple movements, relatively low rep rounds with 4 dumbbell thrusters, 6 toe to bar, and 24 double unders. Now, this video is going to be mainly directed towards should we scale or try to go towards this end of the spectrum and maybe try to RX it. So for those that know they're going to RX and are proficient and disciplined with these movements, a lot of it's going to be pacing, similar to 20.1, but just a little longer, stringing it out to 20 minutes. Setup's going to be important. I would have everything really close and dialed in and know your stations and where those transitions are going to be and how to make those transitions. Quick transitions is obviously key. We preach and practice that on a daily and hear it from me all the time. That's not going to change. That's going to be a big component to here. But transition times can also be used to help you guys manage those sets and staying unbroken. I know I say a lot about immediate transition, immediately make them quick, make them instantaneous, but in this case, just a smooth transition will help keep a more continuous pace through the entire 20 minutes, but also help make you guys attempt to keep everything unbroken, especially on the dumbbell thrusters. You don't want to have to break those up. It's only a set of 4. When you pick those up, be ready to finish those 4. The toe to bars, ideally you want to start unbroken, and if you have to, then down the road, just because of fatigue, we might break them up, but have a plan for that. As well as the double unders, you want to just stay smooth and steady. Don't try going too fast on those, especially at the beginning when the energy levels are high. We're wanting to try to get a lot of work done quick. Just steady and smooth, especially on such a technical dominant movement such as double unders. So smooth through those doubles is going to pay off, especially on the back half of this AMRAP. So going back to scaled or RX'd, it depends. I would try to lean you guys more towards being on the RX side because of the low rep rounds. It definitely makes it doable for a lot of people. The weights, there's only 4. We can really grind, we can really fight to get those thrusters, those dumbbell thrusters in. The toe to bars, if we have like a toe touch with a high enough resemblance of strength to connect a toe to bar, we can fight through those 6 reps and again be on the RX side. And they can be singles, definitely. The toe to bars and the dumbbellers can be singles. If your heart is set on trying to perform these open workouts RX'd, and that's all good and gravy. On the other hand, there is the side of kind of some self-satisfaction. And that's going to go into, if you are going to want to scale it, you're going to be a lot faster. You're going to get more of a workout out of it. And there's that side of it too. You're going to leave kind of feeling like you did something. Versus if we're going singles on doubles, it's definitely doable. This is going to have to be a little bit of self-reflection and self-interpretation and how you guys and what you guys want to get out of this. So the approach is if you're on the cusp, you have to. It's going to be just take a nice hard look at yourself and see what you want out of this workout. If you want to RX it and fight for 20 minutes and submit RX score, by all means, good. I'll be there to cheer you on the whole way through. And if you want to scale it and hit this workout hard, get a really high score with a scaled submission, then by all means, that's awesome too, and we'll be there to cheer you on the entire way. Going back to going singles, you can jump, you can open that kip up lean back and kick as hard as you can, get that toe to the bar, that's definitely an option. And just hit singles. It's low rep rounds, 6, and it's long enough of a workout that you can fight through each round and get those reps, finish that round, and move on to the next thing. Same on the double unders. You can get singles, and there is enough time to finish your round and move on to the next movement in the next station. That's definitely an option. So some things to consider. There you go. This workout looks a lot like Cindy. I've done Cindy a ton of times, and I know how to approach it. That works well for me. I like to break it up in blocks of 5 minutes. And so what that means is I'm going to use the clock as a tool to maybe keep me on pace. It's going to give me a little plan and a strategy throughout the entire 20 minutes and how I want to break that up. And there's maybe some specific focuses depending on throughout those 4 different 5-minute blocks. And so I wrote those down over here. And that's going to give us a little bit of a, I guess, specific guide in how and what to expect and how you want to break these 5-minute blocks up. So the first one in that 20 minutes, the start of it to minute 5 is feeling this bad boy out. Feeling out the workout, feeling out the complex of 4 dumbbell thrusters, 6 toe to bar, and 24 double unders, and how you're affected by it. What's the stimulus that's induced here? And it's going to be a lot of cardio, definitely some skill, grip, and just let your lungs on the back half bleed. And so feel it out for those first 5 minutes. Find a good pace that's going to work for you. Minute 5 to 10 is holding that pace. Not having a lot of fall off, but maintaining what you've established and what you've worked on up to that point. Super important. And now where the workout really starts and where it's important is minute 10 to 15. I think that's a crucial block. A similar holding that pace, but you are well into the workout at that point. You're already in the storm, as they say, so might as well really commit and give it a good effort. You're in the storm, relish in it, welcome it, accept it, move on, tell yourself, I like this feeling and I'm proud of my efforts thus far. And that little self-talk is it's supposed to hurt. So if you're feeling that in that halfway point and on, good, you're doing it right. That's how 20.2 is supposed to feel. Cindy is supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be continuous movement for 20 minutes. If we're not continuously moving for 20 minutes, we did something, we made an error. And so the last 5 minutes, minute 15 to 20 is finish strong, guys. This is kind of a block where you can make up some lost time. Maybe we paced it. Just make up for maybe some mess ups on the double under. You really want to finish strong and finish smooth and finish to where we can be proud of our efforts today. And so I wrote down be perfect down there at the bottom. Not necessarily to have a perfect score overall, but maybe have a good score for you where we are now in our fitness journey, that you can leave, and you've heard me say this for 20.1, and I'm big on this on a daily basis, is leaving these doors with a W, leaving with a win, so that we are proud of our efforts and again carry out some momentum from 20.1 into 20.2 into the remaining of the open, and have some kind of self-satisfaction that we either went RX and I completed RX, or I hit this workout really hard and I had to scale it, but you know what, I'm still proud because I gave it my 100%. One of my favorite movies is Friday Night Lights, and in that movie, Billy Bob Thornton, at the end of the movie, they're at the state championships, and he tells his team, be perfect. He told them the whole season to be perfect, that they are going to win state. But halftime comes around and he tells them that what perfect really means. It's not about the scoreboard outside. It's not about what score we're submitting. It's about looking ourselves in the mirror and knowing that we gave it our all. And if we can honestly have that honest conversation with ourselves and said that, yeah, I went as hard as I could, then that's what being perfect is. So hopefully that was helpful for some. As always, good luck. So again, make sure you have a plan, execute the plan, throw the plan away. I'm just joking. Good luck in this, guys. Hope to have a great Saturday. See you all there. And as always, stay sweet.